welcome to this installment of Dravenstar Paranormal Radio. I'm Cheeto.
I'm Sam.
And it's about 4:40 in the morning, and we've been at the Wheelwright Library working on grants, and we decided we'd make another nifty video to help out the occult public out there.
Yep. This time around, guys, we're going to talk about Nostradamus. Was he a gifted prophet?
Or was he just a generalized fluke?
He's a telephone psychic with caller ID, Cheeto.
Yes. Yes, he is.
We're going to look at a few of Nostradamus' quatrains, try to make some sense out of them, see what we can come up with. We're going to start with Century 1. You know, it's good to start at the beginning, Cheeto.
Yeah.
Okay, Century 1, first quatrain. Sitting alone at night in secret study, it is placed on the brass tripod. A slight flame comes out of the emptiness and makes successful that which should not be believed in vain. Anybody else, Cheeto?
I think this might be a reference to today's Harrier aircraft because, you know, if you look at the design, they have a tripod set of wheels, and what most people wouldn't believe for a jet is that these can take off vertically without needing any forward motion.
Yeah, but one can also say maybe it's UFOs.
Or maybe it's just a camera tripod with a bright flash.
Right. This is what Nostradamus does. Is he's so general in what he says, you can interpret it any way.
Exactly. It's just, in my opinion, most of his stuff is just nonsense, pure
right.
nonsense.
We're just going to jump random, guys. So don't, if you've got the quatrains at home, don't try to follow us because you'll get lost. Let's go with Century 1, Quatrain 4. In the world there will be made a king, who will have little peace and a short life. At this time the ship of the papacy will be lost, governed to its greatest determinant.
I think this is a reference to the end times in which the Antichrist will be made the ruler of the world, and there will be a short time of peace before the greatest battle starts.
Might be. A lot of people think this is a reference to the mythical King Arthur and Camelot, but at the same time, we really can't prove he existed.
We can't really prove that Nostradamus was right either.
Right. Another thing, a lot of people thought Nostradamus was writing about the current time, the state of affairs where he was living. Let's go with Quatrain 6. Once again, we're just jumping random here. The eye of Ravenna will be forsaken, when his wings will fail at his feet. The two of Brass will have made a constitution for Turin and Versailles, which the French will trample underfoot. Once again, it kind of describes a war, but at the same time, we really have nothing. It's so general, there's no description that's distinct. What do you think, Cheeto?
This one is even more general and broad than most of his, and this just sounds like rambling nonsense.
Right. We'll try one more of these, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll discuss Nostradamus a little. Quatrain 10. A coffin is put into the vault of iron, where 7 children of the king are held. The ancestors and forebears will come forth from the depths of hell, lamenting to see thus dead the fruit of their line.
This may be another end-time reference for maybe the funeral just before the resurrection of the Antichrist.
Possibly. But once again, we've got a real generalized quatrain here. This is the worst thing. Nostradamus was famous for his generalizations and trying to keep everything so vague. Now I'm going to use an example. Whoever's watching this video out there, the next 6 months you're going to come into some money.
Not sure how much, not sure how little.
Now, if you find a penny, I didn't lie to you. If you find $1, I didn't lie to you. And that's what Nostradamus is doing. There will be wars and rumors of wars. Yeah, duh. That's society. That's how things go. Cheeto, what do you think about Nostradamus? Real? Fake?
I think, well, I mean, as a person, of course, he's real, but honestly, I think most of his ramblings are just too broad to be considered anything mythical, because, you know, I can say, you know, within 50 years a great tower will fall. Well, when 50 years from now, most buildings will be structurally deficient.
Or you could say in 50 years from now a great tower will fall, and maybe Billy Bob down the street backs his pickup truck to a TV tower or a cell phone tower, and then Billy Bob's thinking, holy crap, Nostradamus is a genius, he predicted this. You know, I mean, it's just so general. I hate to go off on a rant here, but when people say, oh, he predicted 9/11, if you really believe that, then, and you didn't tell nobody about it beforehand, maybe you're the one that's guilty of that thing, you know?
And, you know, he may have predicted 9/11, but, you know, who's to say that maybe this could have happened anywhere else, and everybody would be like, oh, well, Nostradamus predicted this. Well, if you knew the exact date, you should have told somebody,
Yeah.
and that would have saved quite a few
And
lives.
everything that happens. Oh, Hurricane Katrina. Oh, Nostradamus predicted that. Oh, Dravenstar's doing a video. Nostradamus predicted that. I mean, it's just so general that you can't really. I mean, I can't take it serious. Maybe somebody out there can. And
Nostradamus has lost quatrain.
I mean, we don't want to offend anybody that's a Nostradamus fan out here. I mean, we've got the book. We got tons of books on him, but at the same time, it's more of a just to have them.
Yeah, they're just there for shelf space.
Exactly. People come and go, "Yeah, Nostradamus. Yeah. You ever read this one? No.
It's essentially the same thing as all the others.
Yeah. If you've got one of them, you've got them all. Now, there are people out there who take the stuff he says real. There's actually scholars who spend years going over these things and trying to make sense of them. What do you think about that kind of thing, Cheeto? Too much free time on their hands?
Way too much. I mean, people call what we do, people say that, parapsychology, which is a technical term for, ghost hunting, paranormal research, they say that our field is a waste of time, but at least we are striving to find something that is yet to be found, whereas people studying Nostradamus are studying theory that is so broad that it can be used to interpret anything.
Right, so before we wrap this up, what are we in agreement here, Nostradamus? Famed prophet?
Fake.
Telephone psychic with caller ID?
Yeah.
I think Miss Cleo's got a better chance of predicting the future than Nostradamus did.
I think the only thing I've ever heard that's failed harder than Nostradamus is when I tried out for the basketball team.
Ah, touche. Once again, guys, I'm Sam.
And I'm Cheeto.
This is Dravenstar Paranormal Research. Happy hunting.
And hopefully we'll get some sleep.